Station 19 has gone on break for the rest of April, but we still have one more episode to dive into, and specifically the Maya and Carina scenes, and that's what we're going to be doing today. So one thing just to say very quickly, there is essay discussion in this episode, so if that's something that triggers you, then maybe give this video and the episode a miss. I will say they did a fantastic job covering it, and I think this was a really great episode, and it's a very difficult topic to discuss, but it is so sorely needed. So even though I am dreading this talking about the Maya and Carina scenes, let's get into it.
Hey.
Are we gonna blackmail somebody out here?
No, I wanted to meet up on the roof, but Beckett's up there brooding out into the night.
We all know what's coming. We all know what's happening. If I didn't have false eyelashes and a full face of makeup on, I'd be like rubbing my face and my eyes right now, but I'm not gonna mess up my makeup over this storyline.
We want to ask you for your sperm.
I'd like to take you up on your offer to be our donor.
We decided that we don't want it to just be some random donor from a catalog, that we want it to be somebody that we know, and we want you.
My sperm.
So obviously Andy comes up here and it's, you know, a very big shocking thing. So the rest of the episode covers not only Andy and what happened to her right then and there, but a lot of the other characters kind of empathize and share their own sort of situations that happened to them. And as I said, I think they did a great job with this. Towards the end of the episode, they start to tie up a little bit of loose ends for everybody else because the show is obviously going on break for a couple of weeks. So we're going to watch the end scene.
I'm not saying that that's what you want. I'm just saying that, you know, it'd be hard for me to like compartmentalize. And I read this article, right, about how, you know, compartmentalization is key for these kind of things, especially after last night.
We don't want compartmentalization. We don't want you on the sidelines.
No, we want this to be someone we know because we do want the donor in the baby's life.
Really?
Yeah.
So I'd be like Uncle Jack.
Yes. And they would know who their donor is. I mean, you'd have a special bond.
I mean, I'm really grasping here to try and find something positive to say because I really cannot believe the same people wrote this who wrote the other seasons of Maya and Carina, and I really question whether there is, I know they say there is representation in the writer's room, and I'm not asking for like everybody needs to declare like their sexuality, but I just really cannot believe that a woman-loving woman had anything to do with this. Like, I just can't believe it, because this is just a man at the center. Like, the ignorance is astounding. Like, I really can't believe that this is a thing.
Is that a yes?
I think so, yes.
Are you sure?
I mean, obviously, I'm happy that they're happy, but I'm not happy this is the representation on TV. Honestly, as I've always been open about, I hate the baby storyline even before Jack got involved, and I hate it even more now. And I really don't use that word lightly. I just don't think that I mean, Grey's Anatomy I absolutely love. I've watched Grey's for nearly 20 years. I've watched it since I was 17 in high school when the pilot was first on TV. But Station 19 I kind of only watch from Maya and Carina. So I really, I don't know, I'll think about it while the show's on break. But if this is what we're gonna have, I just don't think I can continue to watch it. And as I've said like many times, I totally think people are entitled to their opinion and to put it out there. I mean, that is exactly what I'm doing right now. But I do not support people going to the cast, writers, whomever, producers, social media and harassing them, being rude, being nasty. And I also do not support people tagging them in things, especially horrible stuff. The only people I ever see advocating for the tagging or doing the tagging most of the time is anonymous accounts. And I'm not saying all anonymous accounts are horrible, but all horrible accounts are anonymous normally. And I think it's rude, honestly. And I think that you could go to their social media and say, I don't like the storyline because blah, blah, blah. But there's just so much nastiness out there at the moment. And I saw Danielle made a video this week. Like, this is just going to turn into the L word, because they're going to get frustrated and they're really interactive. They're really great, but they're not going to do it anymore if this continues. And you're going to end up with the L word where they don't really, I'm not even going to say they don't really interact. They don't really like the fans, I feel like sometimes. So it just, it frustrates me. And people say, well, I'm entitled to my, yes, I'm agreeing with you. You are entitled to your opinion, but you're not entitled to be nasty to someone who's doing their job. And people always say, oh, they might not see it. Use the hashtags, you know, call the show its name, whatever, Maya and Carina, but you don't need to tag them. There is no need to tag. They're going to see it. Believe me, they're going to see it. The way that social media, the algorithm, all that stuff, like all they basically use their accounts for is to talk about the show. That's, I'm going to bet, pretty much all they see on their social media. And also, verified accounts are set up differently than you and I's account. They're not the same as us, so it's very different. Twitter, all those things are very different when it's a verified account. As I said, give your opinion. I know people are unhappy. Let me know in the comment section now that like it's official. Like I unless there's a huge plot twist, which I doubt, there's only a few episodes left of the season. Tell me how you really feel about this representation. This is our prime time representation on TV. So tell me how you feel. And I know pretty much all of you guys do it in a nice, respectable way. And I really do appreciate that. So thank you for watching. I'm so sorry that this is the representation. But I will say, this is why you should like, subscribe, and support actual LGBTQ creators. I'm tiny, but I am putting actual LGBTQ, mainly women-loving women representation out there and not putting men at the center of my channel. So I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe. Thank you so much if you do, and huge thank you if you made it to the end of this video. All of my social media, my Patreon, merch store, podcast are all linked in the description box down below. Don't forget to leave your opinion in the comment section. And as always, make sure to stay safe, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.